that's how things started to go flowing like water. Magically. And Creator brought this avatar and that avatar. And he said, and I say, Creator, only you can bring me together because I know flesh on earth can do that. Nothing in the flesh can do that. So, Creator arranges things like that. And I don't like to go parading myself around and all afterwards, with a big feast because it's hell on earth. How can I celebrate anything? I look everywhere, it is hell to live. How can I celebrate anything? But I wanted to create my little heaven on earth. So maybe then we can celebrate something. So everything is flowing and Misha is always trying to conquer every mountain. We stop, pull over somewhere. I need to use my cell phone. He doesn't like to be around any cell phone device when it's going off. When I'm doing something on my cell phone, he runs away, conquers a mountain here, climbs it and climbs it and climbs it, and I have to drag him down and come back here where I'm ready to go. That actually happened, yes. He likes to conquer them mountains on Mother Earth. He does. So, it's still going. So we go to Superstition Mountain after we leave Valley of Fire. And over there, I'm climbing that Superstition Mountain and I'm huffing and puffing for breath. And I can't get up any more higher. I just can't go. And I'm like, I'm so sick now. He's trying to conquer Mother Earth again. I'm like, get down. And I was really sick. And it was Superstition Mountain there in Arizona. We start driving back towards Tennessee then. And I'm like, I'm finally done with my life. Thank heavens, Misha, take me away on your sailboat. You always talk about that. So it's going very well. I mean, the Creator does arrange miracles, because things like that, relationships and all like that, it's supposed to start off that way anyways, for everyone. I don't know, how did yours start, huh? So, I don't arrange things with paperwork and all, and then go, and then having a feast, like I said. So, I did that with my ex, and no, but it was just the two of us. But with Misha, it was wonderful, and some sour first, maybe. He gets down the mountain, and I feel like something is wrong with me. And then we go out. It was New Year's actually, because we go out to Phoenix. We were staying in the campground there in Dutchman. We're always camping out, like I said. We always had a tent. We always had things we would be cooking on the fire, and Misha sets the fire, and I do things with that. And it were just, whenever we woke up in Colorado, actually in Trinidad, we will. Like I said, the elements worked with us, and we went to sleep with the nicest of the sunsets, and it was just beautiful because it was warm and nice, and he called it the Indian winds. The Indian winds. Misha, when he arrived here from France, called them winds, Indian winds. And yes, so Misha is always like a big warm bear. He had this big shuba. It looked like a bear, that's why I call him Bear. So, yes, how classic. So, when we wake up, it was like the Creator set the theater of life for us. He fell asleep in the warmest of the winds, and we woke up like in 3, no. It was like 4 in the morning. Everything is like being snowed in, and snows so quickly. All of a sudden, snow everywhere. And we are jumping out of our tents and getting it down so quickly, so furiously, and jumping in the car. And, let's get out of here. Let's get out. It's snow. So we go down back to where we came from and continue on I-40. And so eventually, when we leave Nevada and all, there's a dragonfly. And that can be a wonderful sign. A dragon, after all, is what I need. Who is the dragon? This is a teeny tiny one. But who is the bigger dragons here? I would like to know that. Yes, I have yet to see that. So, we get down to, for New Year's, to Phoenix, we go out, and there's like some Irish place. There's Irish folklore singing and all. Um, but it was really nice, and we just enjoyed ourselves, you know. We had a nice feast and all. Huh. We went back to our tent in the desert, in the Lost Dutchman Park with the Superstition Mountain over our heads and all. I just couldn't conquer it after all. So, there's so many little flies here. Flies. I'm in Omak, Washington, by the way. Everyone will have to know that. And, when Misha gets, we move on. We start traveling through the deserts, and we stay here, and we stay camp there, and we kind of put a tent here, and we get a hotel there, and it's nice, and it's really nice, and he likes them Denny's. Oh, Misha, the Denny's no more. Maybe you can do it in your little heaven on earth village. Have a Denny's, Misha. But just for, why not for her, amongst ourselves. But we envisioned that little place for us, a little nest for us at least. For the first time in my life, we'll have something for ourselves, and he'll move on from his prison, and I will move on from my prison. The prison that I was actually stuck here deliberately. Whew. Catching on? So, we finally get to the part where we can save our son together, and we go out to the Roswell, New Mexico there, and we stayed at a campground there. It was really nice. We had our moments in the desert walking and in the elements of the nature always being for us or against us, you know, or the animals just rotating into our lives and wanting to. It was really nice. What animals did I see there? But I don't remember. But Misha watches the birds a lot. Birds are very peaceful. And they can silence everything you have around you, and you finally, But me and Misha are always about, living in the forest now, and we're willing to let go of really everything. He wants to sell his apartment and get a boat, and wants to sail away from here. Let's sail you out of here, because I don't believe in documentation. I'm like, no more of that. I want to live without the money and paperwork, because I'm not a people person, whatever you want to identify it, because literally those are just words, trickery words in Latin they use in court to identify the living being is, which is the one talking here, not that paperwork right there or that document right there. No, that's always consent and conform. And I actually scratched the word consent out of your dictionary, because that is another trickery word they use. Con and assent. I do not con and assent to anyone. Remember, con goes back to the word con. And they always use so many trickery words to get somebody to submit. Do you never call them sir or understand? Do not stand under them. Don't understand. No. I told that to the judge eventually here, because my son's been stolen, and I had to go to all of that eventually, I'll tell you. But still going. I do need some shamanic medicine now, more than ever, to at least have some heart space. At least grief for something. I want to grieve for my son. He's been stolen from me in the wickedest of ways. Whew. And he has. I know. It's been premeditated by the government of the United States, masonically involved in all. And I can prove to you that. Yes, he has. They've actually stolen me the same way from my village. Yeah, there was Nazis that came to my village before I was even born. They have a big Nazi graveyard there for that. Yes, they do. I heard they do. I read online that they do have a Nazi graveyard in Apsheronsk, Russia, where they have taken me away from when I was first born. But they do it in wicked, wicked ways. They infiltrated my lineage masonically and all, but more wickeder than you think. I'm not gonna get to the soul part of that, but only religion can, or somebody with that kind of perspective can at least decide, because that's how they infiltrate lineages, is by on the soul level. You're born with this soul. Soul from the Creator will behave at least some way, representing the ways of the Creator, of Mother Earth. Let's clarify, I'm not gonna say just Creator, I have to now say Creator of Mother Earth, because even that title is being stolen from the Creator, and creates Mother Earth. And there's some sisters up there amongst the planets, but some of them are very, very ugly, demeaning, whorish. Two amongst them, and the wickedest of them all. So, we will get to that part. Oh. So I say, the Creator of Mother Earth, and there's some souls here that do not resemble that characteristic. They're like so either smeared, and I don't know what they've gone through, but or they've just never been that way to begin with, which means that filthy thing inside their chest is not from here. How are you in that hide or body or flesh, call it what you like. So they infiltrate my village, and finally I'm taken away too. My son has been stolen. My son has been stolen in the wickedest of ways. He's been actually stolen on September 28th, hours before his first birthday. My son has been stolen hours from my arms, ripped from my arms hours before his first birthday. And I have like this coldness of hearts, and I need to feel some anger, and I feel like I need some medicine, because my heart space is like a computer. It's being messed with each and every time, and with electronics and all. And every time I come to crying, it's like something around me goes off like very loudly, or something happens, or a helicopter or plane or supersonic boom, or somebody walks by me, and or destruction, or something literally just shuts it down. So I can't even cry anymore. Oh, at least I can feel anger now. And I want to feel anger, but of course, if I feel anger, I will be deemed as a mental by their paperwork and all, and saying, you need to calm down, submit to us, sit down over there, do this, sign that, and perhaps maybe we will give you your son back. And that's what the whorishness does. And they ripped my son out of my arms, because I was camping out here to finally make do on my promise to migrate to Russia, and with my son in my arms. I wanted to leave, but the borders were concealed, and finally my son was able to go with me after we had to camp out here, or get an Airbnb there, or stay here, like in random places right after his birth. Always nomadic, staying so many weird places. Some Airbnbs were okay, but there will be somebody on the other side of the wall that will be like literally this wall, thin, and so thin to where they can hear everything. And I rented it for a month, and I will have to deal with something like dark energy on the other side of the wall. Or sometimes when I'll get out and try to go camping with my son, because we want to go and migrate to a warmer place after he's been born. So we go, just me and my son, by the way, just me and my son. I go to Tallahassee, Florida. Over there, I'm stalked and all by somebody who's always very aggravating around me. I set up my campsite. I wanted to stay there for maybe like 2 weeks. Don't want to stay there forever. But Misha is still in France, locked out and trying to get to me even after I've given birth. I really had no one. Even my midwife stayed home.